Good morning, children. We are going to start the chapter federalism. Yesterday, you have seen the features of the federalism, what had happened, why is India called a federal country? Because what has happening here, we have the two governments operating in our country. One is the central government or the union government, and the second one is the state government. And you have seen the list of the country where you find that there are the state list as well as the what you can say union list, and there are the subjects which are included in both the state lists as well as the union lists. So now we will move to the decentralized. You have seen the language policy also of India, where we have not made any language as the national language, right? We are using English as the official language, Hindi as the official language, and mainly we are seeing that there are 22 exams which are the central government exams have been translated in 21 languages of our country. So all the central government positions, for that whatever the exams you are writing that are in there in the question paper is in how many languages? 21 languages are there. And you know, in Karnataka we have made the official languages Kannada, in Andhra Pradesh Telugu, in Maharashtra Marathi. Like that, the local languages are also being recognized by the central governments, and they have allowed the state governments to make these the local languages as what the state languages, and they have made all the papers available in the state languages also, government papers. Right, in Karnataka we find that all the official papers they are in the Kannada, so that everyone can understand it and everyone can fill up the forms, whatever the application forms are there, they can fill up, they can write the letters in Kannada. So why? Because in Karnataka we have most of them, the schools are the Kannada medium schools, especially the government schools, they run in the Kannada medium, so that every people in India, in Karnataka, they know the Kannada, so that they can easily communicate with the officers as well as with the department officers. They can easily solve their problems. For that sake, whatever the state languages are there, the official language of the state is that place, what they are speaking, that language only they have made it as an official language. So next we will move to the decentralization in India, right? Let us see how it is done. We noted above that federal governments have two or more tiers of governments. We have so far discussed the two tiers of government in our country. But a vast country like India cannot be run only through these two tiers. States in India are as large as independent countries of Europe. In terms of population, Uttar Pradesh is bigger than the Russia. So here you can see, in terms of population, our country's Uttar Pradesh is bigger than what? The Russia. So that much populated we are, right? And you can say Maharashtra is about as big as Germany. So Germany, you can see, not in the area wise, but no, on the basis of population, it is as good as Germany. Maharashtra is equal to the Germany. Many of these states are internally very diverse. So many of these states internally they are very diverse. Some are highly populated states and some are less populated states. Right. So federal power sharing in India needs another tier of government below that of the state governments. This is the rationale for decentralization of the power. So this is the rationale, means this makes the India decentralization of the power. Thus resulted a third tier of government called the local government, because India is a highly populated country. You can see Uttar Pradesh is equal to Russia, one big country. Uttar Pradesh is equal to what? Russia, and Maharashtra is equal to Germany. So controlling, running all the administration of the country is not so easy in India. So only our prime ministers are answerable to too many people. 130 crores population, he is answerable. He is not answerable only to 1 crore, 20 crores, 30 crores population. He is answerable to how many crores of population? 130 crores of population. India is a highly populated country, and remember it, India is a democratic country where the prime ministers needs to give the answers to the public. It is not easy in a democratic country to take the decisions, tough decisions he cannot take, right? Because he has to consider the opinions of each and every person, each and every citizen of the country. So it is not easy for him to run the country. So here you can see, for that sake what is necessary? Decentralization of power is necessary. The powers should be how? It should be decentralized. So we find that there is a third tier of government, that is the local government. First is the central government or the union government. Second are the state government. Subordinate to them there is a local governments also. Now you understood, children, why we need local governments? Because it is not easy for us to reach the prime minister, because the population wise we are more in number. So it is not easy for us to reach the prime minister. So these are the ways to reach the prime minister. Local government, if we have any problems we can solve it in the local government only. If it is not solved, we can go to the state governments. If it is not solved in the state government, then we can go to the central government. Now farmers strike and all you are seeing, first they talk to our chief ministers. If they don't get the solution, then only they move towards the Delhi. That is the meeting our prime minister. If the problems, if we get solutions here only, then the farmers or nobody, others like teachers increase in their salary, Anganwadi workers we are seeing now, bus conductors, drivers, they had done the strike. They had done the strike within Karnataka only. They didn't go to Delhi to do the strikes, because the CM Yediyurappa ji can solve the problems of the conductors, bus drivers here only, BMTC workers here only. Do you understand? So like this, there is a tiers of the government. First tier, second tier and the third tiers. The first tier is the central government. Subordinate to the central governments, state governments are working. State governments subordinate to the state governments, local governments are working. When power is taken away from central and state governments and given to local governments, it is called decentralization. So when the power is taken away from the central government and the state government and is given to which government? Local governments, it is called as the decentralization of power. Powers ತಗೊಂಡಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಕಿತ್ತುಕೊಂಡಾರನ್ನು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಅಲ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ? ಪವರ್ಸನ್ನು ಹಂಚ್ ಹಾಕ್ಯಾರ. ಕೆಳಗೆ ಪವರ್ಸನ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ. ವೈ? ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ದ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಂದಿ, ಲೋಕಲ್ ಮಂದಿ ಪಂಚಾಯತಿನಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ರೀ? ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಒಳಗೆ ನೀರು ಬರವಲ್ತು, ಕುಡಿಯೋ ನೀರು ಬರವಲ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಓಣಿ ಒಳಗೆ 1 ವಾರದಿಂದ 2 ವಾರದಿಂದ. ನೀವು ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಓಣ್ಯಾಗ ನೀರು ಬರವಲ್ತು ರೀ, ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿ ಸರ್, ಕುಡಿಯಾಕೆ ನೀರು ಬರವಲ್ತು ಅಂತ ಫೋನ್ ಹಚ್ತೀರೇನು? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಹಚ್ತೀರಿ? ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ಟಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಹಚ್ತೀರಿ. ಒಂದು ಹಂದಿ ಸತ್ತು ಬಿದ್ದೈತಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಓಣ್ಯಾಗ, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಹಚ್ತೀರಿ? ಯಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಹಚ್ತೀರೇನು? ಸರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ರಿ, ನಮ್ದು ಓಣ್ಯಾಗ ಹಂದಿ ಸತ್ತು ಬಿದ್ದೈತಿ ಅಂತೀರೇನ? ಇಲ್ಲ. whom do you call? You call the local government, that is you call the municipalities, right, in order to solve your small problems. ರೋಡ್ನಾಗ ಗಟ್ರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಸರಿಯಿಲ್ಲ, ರೋಡ್ಸ್ ಸರಿಯಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಕರಿತೀರಿ? ಗೋ ಟು ದ ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ಟಿ ಆಫೀಸ್, ಯು ರೈಟ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಫೇಸಿಂಗ್. In the villages, whatever the problems are happening, they go to the village panchayati office in order to report those problems. ನೀರು ಮೋಟ್ರಿಗೆ ನೀರು ಹಾಸೋದಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. All these problems, to whom they tell to the panchayati. They go to the panchayati office and report there regarding these problems. Right, next one, the basic idea behind the decentralization is that there are a large number of problems and issues which are best settled at the local level. People have better knowledge of problems in their localities. Yes. See here, we know what can be we know the solutions to the problems, right? Because we are the best people who are living there. We have settled there for so many years. We know what is the actual problem in that area, so we can bring the best solution for that. ಹೌದಿಲ್ರಿ, ದಿಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಕರೆಸಿಲೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಧೋಳ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಹಿಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಮ್? ಫಸ್ಟ್ he will have the language problem. Second one, what he will have less communication with the people. And the third one is what happens, whatever his Delhi's climate is there, it is quite different from the Mudhol's climate. So how can he provide the solutions for the problems which we are facing here? So the local people who are there here, who know the corners of the city, can provide what solutions for all the problems. ಈ ಗಟ್ರ ನೀರು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮುಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನು ಹೊರಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಧೋಳ್ನಾಗ ಇರುವಂಥವ್ರು 20 ವರ್ಷ 30 ವರ್ಷ ಇರುವಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಇರ್ತೈತೆ ರೀ, ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತೈತಿ. ಈಗ ಬಂದವರು ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದವರು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಕರೆಸಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹುಡುಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಮ್. Because the person who is dwelling here, who is living here for more than 20 years, 30 years, he can give the best solutions for the problems which the people are facing in this area. So only local government, panchayats are created, municipality offices are created. People have better knowledge of problems in their localities. They also have better ideas on where to spend money, how to manage things more efficiently. Yes, where to spend money, how much we can spend money on these problems, because these problems are not small problems. These problems are the bigger problems, big issues these are. How to manage the funds also, because the funds from the government do not come in huge like private sector. Whatever you need, ಇವತ್ತು ನೀವು ಹಿಂಗೇನೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ನಳದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗೈತೆ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ, ಅವ್ರೇನಂತಾರೆ ಇಡೀ ನಳದ ಪೈಪ್ಲೈನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡು, ಬೇರೆ ಪೈಪ್ ಕುಂಟ್ರಿಸ್ಬಿಡು, ಆ ನಳದ ಕಿರಿಕಿರಿ ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ವಿತ್ ದೆಮ್. But in the government sector, they release less funds, and that comes in installments. 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ಫಂಡ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಒಮ್ಮೆ 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೊದಲು 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ 2 ಲಕ್ಷ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ 3 ಲಕ್ಷ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ರೊಕ್ಕ ಬಂದಂಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಆ ಯೋಜನೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. So it takes time, and the people should be intelligent to manage these funds efficiently. ಬರೀ ಸಿಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿ, ಉಸುಗಿಗೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿ, ಮಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿ ಕುಂದ್ರಾಕ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ಟಂಗಿಗೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿ ಕುಂದ್ರಾಕ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದ್ರಾಗಂತರೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಗಳಂತರೂ ಮಣ್ಣಾಗ ಉಸುಕ್ನಾಗ ಕಲಿಸಿ ಕಟ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದೊಂದು ಬೇರೆ ಮಾತು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡೋರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅನ್ ಈಸಿ ಜಾಬ್. Right? So what happens, the fund should be effectively used, efficiently managed. Whatever the resources we are getting, that should be done, used, maximum utilization of the available resources. Whatever the resources which are available, that should be managed properly, and that should be used properly. Resources andre enri, land, building, water, labors, human resource, all these things you have to use them efficiently and effectively. Besides, at the local level, it is possible for the people to directly participate in decision making. Yes, the local peoples gets an opportunity to participate in the problems effectively. In the decision making also they are made to participate. By that what happens, it shows the beauty of the democracy. ಡೆಮೊಕ್ರಸಿನಾಗ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಏನಿದೆ ರೀ, ಕಿಮ್ಮತ್ ಇದೆ, ರಿಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಡಿಗ್ನಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಲೇಬರು ಇದೆ, ಡಿಗ್ನಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಟಿಸನ್ನು ಇದೆ, ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೀಚು ಇದೆ, ಸಿಟಿಸನ್ ರೈಟ್ಸು ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಡೆಮೋಕ್ರಸಿ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಡೆಮೋಕ್ರಸಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಓಣಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಾರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಫೋನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ದೆಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೆಲ್ ದೆಮ್. Don't wait till your neighbor calls. Don't wait till your another neighbor calls, or the one in the colony, who is the head, he should only do the phone call. Don't you wait for all these things. On your own you do, voluntarily you participate in this democratic government. Because you are the citizen of India. We have universal adult franchise. Every person has right to vote after 18 years of age. Every person must be the citizen of India. When the universal adult franchise is given to you have to use it properly. ಅದು ನಿಮ್ದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟಾಗ ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ಮ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರೇನ್ರಿ? ಅವ್ರು ಸರ್ ಫೋನ್ ಹಚ್ಚಲಿ, ಆ ಟೀಚರ್ ಫೋನ್ ಹಚ್ಚಲಿ, ಇದು ಮಾಡಲಿ ಅಂತೀರೇನ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಸ್ವತಃ ಹೋಗಿ ಫೋನ್ ಹಚ್ತೀರಿ, ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮಿಗೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತೀರಿ. ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ರು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾನ. ಮತ್ತು ಅಂದಾಗ ಡೆಮೋಕ್ರಸಿನಾಗ ನಾವು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ್ತೀವಿ, ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ಟಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಸಿಟಿಸನ್ ಟು ಸಿ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ಟು ವಾಚ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಎನಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್, ಗಿವ್ ದಮ್ ದ ಕಾಲ್. ಹೆಂಗಾರ ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ಟಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ನೀವೇ ತುಂಬ್ತೀರಿ, ಆ ಹೆಡ್ ಒಬ್ಬ ಎಲ್ಲರದು ಮನೆ ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ಟಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬುದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ಟಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ನೀವೇ ತುಂಬ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ನೀವೇ ತುಂಬ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂದಮೇಲೆ why do you fear? Take a call, give them a call. This is a problem, come attend here. You have the right to do it. Enjoy your citizenship rights. Don't give it to the other persons. Right? You can directly participate in the decision making. That is the beauty of democracy. When people start doing it, what happens? The news reaches to whom? To the MLAs, MPs. They start working for the development of our democracy, our country, our constituency. ಮಂದಿ ಭಾಳ ಶಾಣ್ಯಾಗ್ಯಾರ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಓಣ್ಯಾಗಿಂದ ಫೋನ್ ಕಾಲ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತಾವ, ಮಂದಿ ಭಾಳ ಶಾಣ್ಯಾಗ್ಯಾರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು MLAಗಳು MP ಗಳು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಾರ್ದ ಕಾರಣನ ಯಾರು? ನಾವು ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳು. ನಾವು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಲ್ದಿ ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ. ನಾವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕುಂಡ್ರಿಸಿ ಊಟ ಹಾಕಕತ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವೇನು ಶಾಣೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು? ನಾವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಹಚ್ಚಬೇಕು, ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಏನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆದರೂ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅವ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋ ಹಂಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಯಾರ್ರೀ? ವಿ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಡು ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್? Local government is the best way to realize one important principle of democracy, namely local self-government. So what is that government? How should be the government? The government should be named in this. The important principle of democracy is that it should be named as local self-government. Self-government means we are the people who are going to face the problems. When you are going to face the problems, it is your self-government, local self-government. Then who has to bring the solutions? You itself has to bring the solutions for the problems which you are facing. The need for decentralization was recognized in our constitution. Since then, there have been several attempts to decentralize power to the level of villages and towns. So, decentralization of powers should be done to the villages and towns. Municipality council, right? Municipality town. What is there? Why they have done decentralization of power? Because village people, they are mostly uneducated. They don't know. If they come to urban area like Mudhol, they will show lot of offices. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಪಂಚಾಯತಿ ಆಫೀಸಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಮುದೋಳಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ತಹಶೀಲ್ದಾರ್ ಆಫೀಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ, ಹಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ, ಆ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ, ಈ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ತಿರುಗಿಸಿ ಒಗಿತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಬದಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ರೋಮಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್ ಆಫೀಸ್, that job will get end over. People will be fed up with the administration. People will be fed up with the government. ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ರನ ಹುಚ್ಚು ಹಿಡಿತೈತಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಲೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದುಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ತಲಾಟೆ ಆಫೀಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗು, ತಲಾಟೆ ಆಫೀಸಿಂದ ತಹಶೀಲ್ದಾರ್ ಆಫೀಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗು, ತಹಶೀಲ್ದಾರ್ ಆಫೀಸಿಂದ DC ಆಫೀಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗು, ಹಿಂಗೆ ತಿರ್ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಚಾಲೂ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಲೂಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಹೋಪ್ಸ್. they will lose their confidence that they get the solution to their problem. So ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದಂದ್ರೆ it's better that panchayats are there. Panchayats should start working where in the local governments, in villages and municipalities in urban areas were set up in all the states. For that sake only, in order to get the solutions for the problems, now the municipalities, the panchayats are established in the villages only, right, as well as in the urban areas. But these were directly under the control of whom? Of the state governments. Now they are directly under control of whom? Now they are directly under the control of the state governments. Elections to these local governments did not have any powers or resources of their own. So whatever the elections to these local governments were not held regularly. Right, local governments did not have any powers or resources of their own. So in the olden days, what was happening was elections were not conducted regularly and they were not having the resources or the funds or the money. Then do you think they were not having the powers? They were not having the resources. Then do you think there will be development in that local government? No. If the local government is not developing, then the villages will not develop, the panchayati offices will not develop, then what is the use? So thus there was a very little decentralization in effective terms. So what happened? Very less decentralization was happening in those days. Let us see. A major step towards decentralization was taken in the year 1992. Underline it, most important. What happened? Decentralization, 3 marks question, very important question. Now they started the decentralization after the 1992. So what are the features of decentralization, or what does the policy of decentralization contain? The constitution was amended to make the third tier of democracy more powerful and more effective. So what had happened? The third tier was created in order to make the democracy work more powerful and more effective. Now it is constitutionally mandatory to hold regular elections to the local government bodies. So now it is constitutionally mandatory, means constitutionally it is what legal, or according to the constitution it is compulsory. What? To hold regular elections to the local government bodies. First point clear ಮಾಡ್ಕೊರಿ. Local government ಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? Mandatory, compulsory elections should be held to the local bodies, right? Local government bodies. First point ಏನ್ರಿ? They should conduct the elections or make compulsory elections for the more powerful. In order to make the third tier of democracy more powerful, they are going to compulsory held the elections, right? Hold regular elections of the local government bodies, right? Second one, seats are reserved in the elected bodies and the executive heads of these institutions for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and other backward classes. Seats are reserved where? In the local bodies for which caste? Scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and other backward classes. You can see these are the people who are living in maximum in the village areas. ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳನ್ನಾಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ಡ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್, ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರೈಬ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅದರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಸೊ ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ elected bodies and the executive heads of these institutions like for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and other backward classes. At least 1/3 of all positions are reserved for the women. So most important point, 1/3 of the seats are reserved for whom? For the women. ಬಟ್ 1/3 ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳನ್ನ ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಬದಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡಳಿತ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಗಂಡಂದಿರು, ಅವ್ರ ಅಣ್ಣ, ಅವ್ರ ತಮ್ಮ, ಅವ್ರ ಆಡಳಿತ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಮಕ್ಳು, ಗಂಡು ಮಕ್ಳದ ಆಡಳಿತನ ನಡಿತೈತಿ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಬ್ಬಟ್ಟು ಒತ್ತುತ್ತಾರೆ, ಇವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಬ್ಬಟ್ಟು ಒತ್ತುತ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ರೀತಿನೂ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತಾವ್ರಿ. ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಹಂಗೆ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳನ್ನ ನಿಂದ್ರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಸರಿಯಾದ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ನಿಂದ್ರಿಸ್ರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವುಮನ್ women are solved in that local areas, village ಪಂಚಾಯತಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ. ಈ ಗಂಡು ಮಕ್ಳು ಆಡಳಿತನ ಮಾಡೋದಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ನಿಂದ್ರಿಸೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇರೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾದ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಹೆಣ್ಮಗಳನ್ನ ನಿಂದ್ರಿಸ್ರಿ, ಕಲ್ತಾಕಿದ್ದಾಕಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡಾಕಿ, ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸ್ಪಂದನೆ ಮಾಡೋರನ್ನ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ. An independent institution called the State Election Commission has been created in each state to conduct panchayat and municipal elections. Now see here the fourth point. Right, the fourth point here, an independent institution called the State Election Commission. Yenra the independent institution, very important 1 mark question, that is the State Election Commission has been created in each state. Why it has been created? To conduct the panchayat and municipality elections. An independent institution, that is the State Election Commission, has been created. Why it is created? In each state it has been created to conduct the panchayat and municipality elections. The state governments are required to share some powers and revenue with the local government bodies. So the state governments are required to share some powers and revenue with the local government bodies. So local government bodies jodi ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ, they have to share some powers and revenue with them. The nature of sharing varies from state to state. So the nature of sharing, it is varying from what? From the state to the state. So the state governments are required to do what? To share some powers and revenue with the local government bodies. State government ಅವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದು ಹೇಳಿದ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ some amount of money to whom? To the local government bodies. And the nature of sharing, it varies from the state to state. It is not the same, it is varying, it is differentiating from the state to state. Rural local government is popularly known by the name as the Panchayati Raj. So rural local government, what we are calling as, popularly known as by the name of the Panchayat Raj ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ರೀ. ರೂರಲ್ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ದ Panchayat Raj. Underline it. What is Panchayat Raj? 1 mark question, very important question. So what is Panchayat Raj? Rural local government, popularly known as the, by the name called the Panchayat Raj. Each village or a group of villages in some states has a Gram Panchayat. Very important. What is Gram Panchayat? Each village or a group of villages in some states has a Gram Panchayat. This is a council consisting Panchayat. This is a council of several ward members, often called Panch, and a president or Sarpanch. So what it is considering here? This is a council. This is a council consisting of what? Several ward members. This is a ward. This is a council which is consisting of what? Several ward members are present in it. Often they are called what? The Panch. They are called the Panch, and a president or the Sarpanch. What they are having? They are having a president or they are having the Sarpanch. They are directly elected by all the adult population living in that ward. So how they are elected? They are directly elected by the adult population. They are directly elected by the adult population who are living in that ward. So what happens or the village? It is the decision making body for the entire village. The Sarpanch or the Panch, the council of the ministers, it is a what? It is the decision making body. For what? For the entire village. This is the decision making body. The Panchayat works under the overall supervision of the Grama Sabha. So how does the Panchayat works? It works under the overall supervision of the Grama Sabha. All the voters in the village are its members. So how are the voters? All the voters in the village are its members. It has to meet at least twice or thrice in a year to approve the annual budget of the Grama Panchayat and to review the performance of the Grama Panchayat. So let me come once again, I will tell you. So what is rural local government? It is popularly known by the name Panchayat Raj. Each village or a group of villages in some state has a what they are having? They are having the Grama Panchayat. There is a council of ward number, several ward members, often called the Panch, and a president is there for those Panchs, and he is called as the Sarpanch, president or the Sarpanch. They are directly elected by whom? By the adult population living particularly in that ward, right, or village. Adult population andre above 18 years of age, they are going to vote them and they are going to select them as the ಪಂಚ್ಗಳನ್ನಾಗಿ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಅಥವಾ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳ ಗುಂಪಿಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೆವ್ರಲ್ ವಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ವಾರ್ಡಿಂದ ಗೆದ್ದು ಬಂದವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಪಂಚ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಂಚ್ಗಳು ಸೇರಿ ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸರ್ಪಂಚ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್. ಸೊ ಇಡೀ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಮಂದಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ? ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದಂಥ ಪಂಚ್ಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದಂಥ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್, ಏನೇ ಒಂದು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಒಳಗಾದ್ರೆ ಜಾತ್ರೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬಂತು, ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬಂತು, ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಡ್ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನೀರಿನ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ದನ ಕರುಗಳದೇನೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಹೊಲ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಜೋಳ ಗೋಧಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಗೆ ತಂದು ಮಾರೋದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ವ್ಯವಸಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಸಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಡೂ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಡೂ ದ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್. The Panchayat works under the overall supervision of the Grama Sabha. So how does the Panchayat work? It works under the supervision of the what? Grama Sabha. All the voters in the village are its members. So all the voters in the villages, they become the members of what? They become the members of the Grama Sabha. Right? It has to meet at least twice or thrice in a year to approve the annual budget of the Grama Panchayat. So it has to meet twice or thrice in a year to approve the annual budget of the Grama Panchayat and to review the performance of the Grama Panchayat. To remove the review means again and again view the performance of the Grama Panchayat. They have to do the meeting for twice or thrice in a year. To what? To approve the annual budget of the Grama Panchayat and to review the performance of the Grama Panchayat. The local government structure goes right up to the district level. So the local government structure, it goes up to the district level. Local government structure ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೈತ್ರಿ? right up to the district level ಹೋಗ್ತೈತಿ. A few gram panchayats are grouped together to form what is usually called a panchayat samiti or block or mandal. So what happens here? The local government structure goes up right up to the district level. So local government structure ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೈತ್ರಿಪ್ಪ? right up to the district level ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. And a few Grama Panchayats are grouped together. They are grouped together to form what is usually called a Panchayat Samiti or the block or mandal. So in few Grama Panchayats, they are what? They are grouped together. They are forming a group together to form what is usually called a Panchayat Samiti or block or the mandal. So this is how the local government works. First, it has the Grama Sabha, where you can see all the panchayati work is supervised by whom? By the Grama Sabha. In the Grama Sabha, who are the members who have attained the age of 18 years? They are the members of the Grama Sabha. It's members of all the villagers, adult voters. They are the members of the Grama Sabha. How is the meeting? When is the meeting conducted? Twice or thrice in a year the meetings are conducted. Means 2 times or 3 times in a year they conduct the meeting to approve the budget. How much budget is required for the development of their village. That is done by the Grama Panchayat to review the performance of the Grama Panchayat. So the local government structure, it goes up. Now next level, it is the district level. Here what happens? A few Grama Panchayats are grouped together. Few Grama Panchayats na group ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ together. What is usually called what? Panchayat Samiti or block or mandals. District level ನಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ್ರಿ ಈ ಗ್ರಾಮ ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ನವ್ರನ್ನ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಅಲ್ಲೇನು ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಗ್ರಾಮ ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ ಸಮಿತಿ or block or mandals. The members of this representative body are elected by all the panchayat members in that area. So ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ನ ಯಾರು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ representative body are elected by all the panchayati members in that area. All the panchayat samitis or mandals in a district together constitute what? Zilla Parishad. This Zilla means district. Zilla Parishad. So all the panchayat mandalas, when they are grouped together, they come under what? Zilla Parishad or the district. Now most members of the Zilla Parishad are elected. Now most members of the Zilla Parishad are elected. Members of the Lok Sabha and MLAs of that district, some other officials of the other district level bodies are also its members. So who are the members of the Zilla Parishad? Most members of the Zilla Parishad are elected members. The adult voters elect them. Next one, MLAs of that district and some other officials of other district level bodies are also its members. Zilla Parishad chairperson is the political head of the Zilla Parishad. So Zilla Parishad the chairman yaru irtaralla, he is the political head of the Zilla Parishad. Similarly, local government bodies exist for urban areas as well. So local government bodies are there for the urban areas as well. So what are they? Municipalities are set up in the towns. Municipalities idava, so they are the what you can say local government which exist in the rural urban areas. Rural areas ಗೆ ಏನಿದೆ? ಗ್ರಾಮ ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ ಇದೆ. ಅರ್ಬನ್ areas ಗೆ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ? municipalities. Big cities are constituted into municipal corporations. Big cities, Dharwad, Hubli, right, and Bangalore. What we see there? Mangalore. What we see? Municipal corporations. Both municipalities and municipal corporations are controlled by the elected bodies consisting of people's representatives. So people's representatives like MLAs, right, MPs, they are controlling the municipal corporations. Mostly they are the MLAs and MLCs, they control the municipal corporations. Municipal chairman is the political head of the municipality. So municipal chairman is the political head of the municipality. In a municipal corporation, such an officer is called the mayor. Underline it, very important, 1 mark question. So who is a mayor? In a municipal corporation, such an officer, the head of the municipal chairperson is the political head of the municipality. In a municipal corporation, such an officer means the municipal chairperson is called the mayor. Do you understand? Municipal chairperson, he is the head of the municipality and he is also, so in a municipal corporation, we office such an officer, we are going to call him as the mayor. So this is a very important question, 1 mark question. This new system of local government is the largest experiment in a democracy conducted anywhere in the world. There are about 36 lakh elected representatives in the panchayats and municipalities. So how many are there? Elected representatives, 36 elected representatives are there, where in the panchayats as well as in the municipalities. etc. all over the country. So in all over the country, how many are there? 36 lakh elected representatives are there in the panchayats as well as in the municipalities. This number is bigger than the population of many countries in the world. In the many countries of the world, their population is not like that. That much of what we are having the elected representatives. Constitutional status for local government has helped to deepen democracy in our country. So constitutional status for the local government has helped to deepen the democracy in our country. It has also increased women's representation and voice in our democracy. Because of this, what has happened? There is an increased women's representation and voice in our democracy, because 1/3 of the seats are reserved in the municipality offices, right? 1/3 of the seats reservation has been done. At the same time, there are many difficulties. While elections are held regularly and enthusiastically, Grama Sabhas are not held regularly. So there is a problem that Grama Sabhas, they should be held regularly. Every month there should be meeting. They should do the Grama Sabha. What are the developments which are needed for the country, for their villages? They have to discuss about it. What are the problems in our villages? Is our village a clean city? Have you made our villages clean? Have you kept them clean? That all the things they have to do. Swachh Bharat Abhiyana was started mainly for the villages, to clean the villages. Even Mahatma Gandhi ji also stressed for the cleaning, to keep your city clean, to keep your villages clean, because it helps. If you keep your villages clean, there will be less diseases in your village and the sufferings of people will become less. People will not suffer from the diseases. Children will not be affected by the communicable diseases. So all these things regarding the health, education, facilities, regarding the government policies and programs, there should be regular meetings held. Regular meetings held where? There should be regular meetings held in the villages. Grama Sabhas should be done. All the what we can say, elected representatives should participate in the Grama Sabha. Its ward members, panchs, sarpanch should all sit together and work for the development of the villages. Most state governments have not transferred significant powers to the local governments, nor they have given adequate resources. We are thus still a long way from realizing the idea of the self-government. So we have to give. Now still there are a lot of what we can see, the government has not exercised or not given the powers to the adequate resources to whom? To the local government. So only we are still far away from the development. But what now the government has to do? It has to give adequate resources as well as finance. It has to give education to the Gram Panchayati members in order to make our country a developed country. Because as Mahatma Gandhi ji has said, villages are the backbone of our country. ದಿಲ್ಲಿಯಿಂದ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ, ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಿಂದ ದಿಲ್ಲಿಗೆ, like that the walk should go. All the policies and programs should reach the poor class of the society. How they are reaching? Most of the poor class, where it is there? They are in the cities? No, they are in the villages. So the policies and programs, whatever they are framing it in Delhi, should reach what? Should reach the villages. So only then only we can see that when the villages get developed, when we see the development in the villages, automatically what happens? Our country becomes a developed country. Okay children, write down the exercise question and answers. And so many children are not bringing their books for corrections. I am calling them. I am tired. Now it's your duty to come and get corrected your books, right? You have to complete all the exercise question and answers, and without fail you have to go for the corrections of it. Okay children, thank you.